And a good evening and welcome here to the Cougar Den, where the Lady Cougar volleyball team is preparing to take on the Breckinridge County Lady Tigers. They're the defending third region champions, so these two teams battling it out to see how they can. Breckinridge County entering this game with a record of 9-0. The Lady Cougars enter the game with a record of 5-2. Today on the pregame show, Sam Gormley here with you. We'll let you know a little bit more about each team and tell you a little bit coming up here for K105 Digital Productions, as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. Because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org. Answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, where the Lady Cougars are getting ready to take on Breckinridge County here in some region battles here, as I was talking with somebody here before the game. And it's almost like these two teams are district opponents without being district opponents, as it's kind of a weird conundrum between these two because they're so close, so you get a rivalry game. But really, in all reality, this game doesn't mean anything when it comes to district seeding or anything along the lines of that. Good crowd, though, here early on, as student section, as usual, as a nice big crowd, as there's probably about 2,000 students that are sitting up here with us high atop here at the Cougar Den. And then down low, there's a lot of fans here cheering for both teams. As Breckinridge County, though, entering this game with a record of 9 wins and no losses. This is their first game, though, in a while, as their last game is looking back to August the 29th, so that would be last Thursday, so almost a week ago. It was a 3-0 win over Hancock County on the road, and then the previous Tuesday, they defeated Cloverport 3-0. And in the first set of that game against Cloverport, they won the set 25-1, allowing only 1 point to Cloverport in that game. In fact, the Lady Tigers in their 9 matches all year have only lost 2 sets the entire year. As in Ohio County, they lost 1, and then they lost 1 to Paducah Tillman at the Apollo Summer Slam. So it's been a dominating season so far, as they are the defending region champs. So they're going to look to try and continue on that trend this year and go for another region title. Coming up, we'll let you know a little bit more about the Lady Cougar volleyball team, as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org. Answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Sam Gormley back here with you here as you might be joining us here on K105.com via our YouTube channel, on K105's Facebook page, 1039 The Moose's Facebook page, or even on the K105 Sports Periscope, as we have all of the different ways for you to watch and listen here as the 5-2 Lady Cougars take on the 9-0 Breckinridge County Lady Tigers here in a third region matchup here in volleyball. Lady Cougars enter the game with a record of 5-2 as they are 2-0 in the 12th district, as they've won 2 in a row. As last Thursday, while we were over at the Cougar Soccer Complex watching the Cougar soccer team and the Lady Cougar soccer team sweep up on Butler County, the Lady Cougars were here and they defeated Whitesville Trinity 3-1 in their second district game of the year. And then last night they defeated Cloverport 2-0 in a best-of-3 match. As tomorrow night they will have their first road district game, as they will be on the road at Butler County. So some interesting things to keep an eye on there, and I'm not sure where our esteemed sports writer Don Brown, he's here with us tonight, but I'm not sure where he will be coming up on tomorrow, as he might be bringing you coverage of the volleyball game, or let's see if I even have a complete schedule. I can usually take a good pick on where Don will be. As the games for tomorrow, as you will have Cougar Soccer is going to be hosting Hart County, Lady Cougar Volleyball at Butler County, and the Cougar Golf team will be at LaRue County. So Don might actually make the choice to go to the Cougar Soccer game at Hart County, because I know it's been a while since he's done one of their games. But then again, since the district game, it'll sometimes go through and overdo some of that as well. Lady Cougars, though, are coached by Kelly Hall, who is returning to the sidelines after being away for just over 10 years. And her assistant coach is Shane Decker. As this team really starts with Elle Robinson. She has 87 kills on the year, 16 blocks. Chloe Cox has 37 kills and 5 blocks, 38 kills from Kenzie Skaggs. She also adds 1 block as well. You have 26 digs from Gracie Van Meter. The libero is Bailey Richardson. She has 1 kill, 51 digs, and 12 aces. But the ace master on this team is Kenzie Skaggs, who has 43 assists here this year. So it's something that once she gets the ball in her hands, she can do a lot of different things. And in fact, I even remember talking with Don about that before the year started. As he said, it's not necessarily that she has the best serve in the entire world, but she's so accurate with it. And sometimes accuracy is a lot better than spin or other things like that, because you can have a lot more success with doing things. We've got 5 minutes left on the clock here, so we'll take a break here and come back with more as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. Because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org. Answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den as Lady Cougars and the Lady Tigers of Breck County are getting ready to get underway as both teams warming up here. As again, a good crowd on both sides as the Breckinridge County faithful always travel really well. You got to admit them. I mean, it's only about a 30-35 minute drive down from Hardinsburg, so it's not too bad at all. So actually, the school's in Harnett technically, if I remember right, but Hardinsburg-Harnett is, you know, a hop, skip, and a jump away from one another. So it's a good crowd, though, on both sides. Good student section here as well for the Cougars tonight, and they're getting ready to see if the Lady Cougars can pull off, I think, what many would call a little bit of an upset today against a Breckinridge County team they're the defending region champions. They lost in the first round of the state to Mercy, if I remember right. And Mercy, I think, ended up going on and being one of the top teams in that tournament. They might have even won second to runner-up or something along the lines of that. So nothing to hang their hats on. But the Lady Tigers have their sights set on larger things today, and that's something guaranteed. I'm not sure if they fixed the scoreboard. They were having some issues in the JV game. If not, we might have to go to the old-fashioned, they were using just like you were back in gym class with the actual flip board. So it's down there on the press row still, so I'm not sure what they might end up going to, but if that's what it is, then that's what we might have to go with. So it might be interesting to see how that can maybe have an impact on the game, because in the JV game, no one really knew in that second set what the score was. So I had to go down and ask our esteemed sports writer, Don Brown, what was happening, because it was hard for me to really tell what was going on. We'll take a break and have the play-by-play of tonight's game coming up, as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Great rendition there of the national anthem by three Lady Cougar players. So that was Chloe Cox, Ella Robinson, and Bailey Richardson, who had a nice rendition. I hope you could have caught the last couple of seconds of that here, but we are ready for action here as they're going through the starting lineups here. First for the Breckinridge County Lady Tigers, again entering this game with a record of 9-0 to the 5-2 Lady Cougars of Grayson County. Sam Gormley, though, here with you for the call of tonight's game. Want to remind you that on Friday nights, K105 Digital Productions will have Cougar football at home. As who's that they're playing? Is that Edmonson County? Oh, so it's the big rivalry game, the battle for the tobacco stick. As we'll be sure to have that for you. Coverage begins at 6:30 with the locker room show, so you can join us for the coverage of that game. Again, 6:30's locker room show, play-by-play begins at 7. You can listen to that game on K105, or you can watch. If you're watching on one of the different platforms, you can see that game on whatever platform you're watching right now. The game will be on that platform again on Friday night. Next week, we have 3 games to bring you for K105 Digital Productions, as on Tuesday, we will have the boys soccer game on Tuesday at home against Barron County. And then on Thursday, we'll have the Lady Cougars soccer team against Breckinridge County. And then next Friday, we're going to go on the road. We're going to make the longest road trip for a regular season game for the Cougar football team since 2011, if my memory serves right, when they went on the road to Clinton County. Of course, last year was the longest road trip since 2004, when they went and played at Graves County, but that was a playoff game. So this one's just a little bit different with it being a regular season game, as we'll go on Army base as for the game against Fort Campbell. So if you don't want to make the about 2-hour trip down to Fort Campbell, be sure to join us and we'll bring you all of the coverage for that game. It's time for volleyball, though, in Litchfield, as the Lady Cougars taking on Breckinridge County. The starting lineup here for the Lady Cougars, you have Ella Robinson, Maddie Duvall, and are we having a late sub? Bailey Richardson is in there. Chloe Cox, Lexi Hart. They're moving around a little bit more, and we're also going to have Kenzie Skaggs. So that is your starting lineup there for the Lady Cougars. And it appears we are getting ready to get underway. As we do want to thank, at the beginning of tonight's broadcast, you saw the Grayson County Cougar was handling one of our cameras. So we want to thank him for his help on that game, on helping us out there as well. I'm not sure. I know that you get Big Red down at WKU, who They don't like to say whether it's a gender or not. Here comes, our game is underway. Bailey Richardson will stop this one, and the Lady Cougars going to have to keep this one from going out of bounds, and it's going to be an ace to start the game for Breckinridge County. As the serve was a little bit long, and it might have actually ended up going long, but 1-0, Breck County takes that one, as the person serving for Breck County is Hallie Barr. She just gets that one to go over the net, and that's going to be another ace for Breck County to start this one. So 2-0 Breck County starting this one here with a lead. Off into the air, Robinson just taps it over, and it will go point to the Lady Cougars. No, it's point to Breck County, I'm sorry. Or no, wait, now we have another. No, it is point Lady Cougars. I thought it was. And they had a little bit of a choice, and I saw that it was a point Lady Cougars, but the officials talked it over and were able to give the Lady Cougars a point. 2-1 is the score. Serve coming. And they'll get it over the net, but it'll go point to the Lady Cougars. As they said, that was an illegal attack there on Breck County. Off into the air, coming off the edge. Lady Cougars keeping it up. Richardson gives it over now to Duvall, who will send it back over the other side towards the Lady Tigers. And Duvall's actually going to get a point off of that, as it went into the hands of Madison Thompson for the Lady Tigers. And I think it ended up hitting her a little bit higher on the arms than she was necessarily expecting at first. And it'll go point towards the Lady Cougars. They now take the lead here 3-2. Good to see the scoreboard back and working. Makes our job a little bit easier. Whitworth tries to send one over. It'll now go back here to Skaggs. Duvall just gets it over the net, and it was tapped over. Whitworth went high over and just got that one, and it looked to be that Duvall, it was right there on top of the net. But it will go point towards the Lady Tigers. We're all tied up here at 3. Tapping up, Duvall keeps it going. Robinson will send it over. And now Breck will keep it from going out of bounds, and it will be point towards the Lady Cougars. I thought that was 4 hits, and it was. As Breck goes and gets it from going out of bounds, and I was a little bit surprised that it had, I felt like it was 4. Wasn't necessarily sure, though. So it is 4 hits. So Lady Cougars retake the lead here at 4-3. And there's a service error for Maddie Duvall. So substitution for the Lady Cougars. It's the first one of the game. Lexi Brown will check in, and Maddie Duvall will take a seat. Into the game for Breckinridge County is Natalie Henning. On the year, Henning 22 kills, 21 blocks, and 2 assists. A sophomore for the Lady Tigers. And there's an ace. Miscommunication by the Lady Cougars gives an ace for the Lady Tigers. So Peyton Whitworth picks up her 15th ace of the year, finding right in the middle of the Lady Cougar defense. Let's see if some better communication can happen on this as Breck retakes the lead here at 5-4 in our opening set. And there's going to be another one. Robinson, another one kind of came in a little bit further than I think she was necessarily expecting. 6-4. Whitworth to send this one away. And we're going to have a third straight ace here by Breck County. 7-4 is our score. And that will be a timeout called here by Kelly Hall. We'll take it with her. It'll be a 30-second one. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K1.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
So the Lady Cougars take a timeout here, as after Brett County scored 4 straight points, 3 of them on aces. And they lead this one 7-4 here in our opening set. As you can see, if you're watching with us, the student section cam. It's a good crowd of students. I got to give it, my high school would have never had, they might have had that many students an entire year of volleyball, and our volleyball team is good as well. Just was something that we never really did. And and just getting over the net, Lexi Brown, it skirts right over the top of it, and Mr. McGee shows some celebration over on the sideline as well. I'm not sure she could have done that one again if she tried. Ella Robinson now to serve. On the year, Robinson has 21 aces. Off into the air. And we're going to have a 4-hit here. Point towards the Lady Cougars. Mr. McGee celebrating hard and, as usual, with a lot of experiences. He's got right in there. You got to love him. Mr. Spirit. Robinson to send this one off into the air. And over, Robinson up. Now was sent over by Cox. Off now, kill attempt, block by the Lady Cougars. As that was that was
That was perfect, Cody. That was a great segment call.
And shot goes out, and the Lady Cougars have stormed back here to make things a little bit interesting, and they have taken an 8-7 lead here. So right out of the timeout, they scored 4 straight points, and it's been behind the serving of Ella Robinson. Into the air she goes. And we're going to have an ace. As Avery Allback tried to do that, and a sub going to come in here, as it'll be Tracy Denson to check into the game for the Lady Tigers. Coming out will be Allback. The head coach of the Lady Tigers is Barry Mingus. His assistants are Angela Mingus and Kayla Rothrock. And Robinson's serve will go long, so a service error ends the run for the Lady Cougars, but they still hold a 9-8 lead. Head coach of the Lady Cougars is Kelly Hull. She's in her first year back as the head coach of this Lady Cougar program, as she was the original coach from, I think, 2001 to 2007, before stepping away to spend more time with her 2 young sons at the time, Corbin and Cameron. But Cameron just recently graduated from the high school, and off to Mr. McGee, who catches that one. And you could tell that he has his Cougar paw on. He was about ready to fire that one away. So 9-9, we're all tied up here in our opening set. Cox into the net, point towards the Lady Tigers. We'll try to see if we can't, throughout the night, bring you some score updates from some other games going on. Wednesday, though, is not your typical day to have a sporting game. In fact, I think looking back to last year, we might have had 1 game on a Wednesday the entire year that we actually broadcast. So that might have been the district championship game for Lady Cougar softball. So that's a kind of a different thing there as well. Going up to try and take a swing at that one was Kendall Miller. And it went off the side of her hand, and the Lady Cougars are going to take a point off of that. Substitution coming in. Van Meter will check out. Skaggs will check in. Point towards the Lady Cougars. A sub coming in here for Breckinridge County. It'll be number 17, Natalie Henning. She will check in for number 21, Kendall Miller. Off in, and just getting it over. Whitworth gives it off, and a kill. So Whitworth ends up setting that one up perfectly to Natalie Henning, who gets her 23rd kill of the season. And an assist will go to Peyton Whitworth, her 105th on the year, which far and away leads the team in that category. Senior over 100 assists here in now the 10th game. It's an impressive stat. Selfless player. High into the rafters, and it'll not be saved in. So that's always hard for them to judge this, is it's almost like you're playing at Dallas Cowboys Stadium. If a punt hits off of it, you have to play it off of the scoreboard. You have to play it off of the rafters here. And it's sometimes hard to judge where it might go through, as that one went actually over top and through one of the rafters before landing on the court and going a little bit long. Off of the hands of Lexi Brown, and point towards Breckinridge County. And they lead this one 13-11 here in set number 1. Sam Gormley, though, here with you. We appreciate you joining in. If you're watching, be sure to let us know. Maybe if you have a player that you're watching and supporting tonight, or a team that you're supporting, let us know where you're watching from. We like to always read here. So we read that we had somebody doing as a point goes towards Breckinridge County there. Joining our coverage from Arizona last week. We had somebody watching our coverage from London, England earlier this week on In the Know. So we always like to hear where you're watching from. So be sure you can let us know that. Even if you're a Breckinridge County fan, we appreciate you joining in. As Maddie Duvall checks into the game, and Brown will check out. Duvall receives the serve. Setting it up, and a big-time kill off the left side by Audrey Whitworth. Her 70th kill of the season, and Breckinridge County's lead is now 4 at 15-11. Robinson receives the serve. And getting it in, will Breck County be able to keep this one going? They're going to tap it over the net. No, it will not go. As Whitworth tried to get it over, and it just went right up into the air, and it was kind of one of those things that everybody kind of held their breath to see which side of the net it was going to go on down on. And luckily for the Lady Cougars, it goes down on the Breck County side. 15-12. Robinson. Off now to Duvall. Duvall hits, and it might have gone long, but Breck County, Tessa Allen reached her hand out, and Duvall might have been saved from an error there, but it'll go point towards the Lady Cougars. They'll take advantage any way that they possibly can here. 15-13. Bailey Richardson in to serve. Richardson has 12 aces on the year. And there's point towards Breck County. It's just out of the reach of Bailey Richardson, who went diving towards the ball to get that one. Sub coming in, as it will be Kendall Miller in for Natalie Henning. Lady Cougars, though, back in action tomorrow. So they will be on the road at Butler County, while the Lady Tigers, they will be at home against Owensboro, only their second home game of the young season. So Lady Cougars defeated Owensboro earlier this year off of the basketball goal. Ends up probably helping the Lady Cougars to their advantage. So again, that's all in play. They have to play it off of it. Tapping it over and keeping it alive is Breckinridge County. Whitworth off now and finds the open space just out of the diving arm of Bailey Richardson. Breck County now leads this one 17-13. We are playing best of 5 here today. So I know that there was a little bit of a question on whether they play best of 3, but since both the JV and freshman game got done a little bit earlier, they are playing best of 5. Shot goes out from Duvall, point towards Breck County, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor here taken by Kelly Hall. So Breck County leading this one 18-13. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, as the Lady Cougars trailing this one here 18-13. is coming out of this timeout, and Kelly All calling that second timeout here. She's just trying to find something for her team here to see what they might be able to come up with. 18-13, Breck County to serve. Off now. Received by Richardson. And Breck's going to fire this one over the net. What a play! As keeping that one alive was Breck County, as they were going into their own bench and somehow get it over, and Bailey Richardson again just comes diving. That's about 3 straight plays that Richardson has been just out of the reach of her hand. Robinson fires, and it's long, point towards the Lady Tigers, 20-13. And now it's off of the hands of Willoughby. Points towards the Lady Tigers, and they now lead this one by 8. Substitution, Chloe Cox in, and checking out will be Willoughby. Duvall, saved from going out by Breck County. Over goes Whitworth. And now Robinson gets it over, and she will find a spot in as it goes off of the hands of Tessa Allen. And Lady Cougars stop the Breckinridge County rally. Off into the air. Kill long. Error by the Lady Tigers, as that was an attempt by Kendall Miller. She had a lot of velocity on it, but it does go long. Lady Cougars trying to fight back here in this one. I want to remind you that Friday night, the Cougar football team will be at home against Edmonson County, the battle for the tobacco stick. As Cougars going to try and pick up their second straight win against the Wildcats as a point towards the Lady Tigers here. And the Cougar student section doesn't necessarily agree with the call there from our head official. As they said, it was a double hit on the Lady Cougars. Into the bench and off as 2 Lady Cougars go diving in. Ella Robinson and Bailey Richardson go diving in towards Gracie Van Meter was the one that they went into. Richardson receives the serve, tries to get it up, but it ends up going out of bounds. We have set point here, 24-15. Into the net, point towards the Lady Cougars, 24-16 now. Trying to keep this set alive. And double hit by Robinson, and that'll be the set. Breck County takes an early 1-0 lead here in our match. We will take a 2-minute break and come back here, as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. Because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org. Answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier. At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den as we're getting ready to start set number 2. Breck County leading this one 1-0. As, we have Cougar Cam back. As the Grayson County Cougar, if you're watching with us, is the one controlling. Oh, there he is right there as he's going into selfie mode. So he's putting it down. I guess he's moving into a different kind of mode. So Breckinridge County fans, so I know we possibly have some listening with us here today. Want to let you know that next Thursday we will be doing the Grayson County Breckinridge County game. That is Lady Cougar soccer. So girls soccer, we will be doing that game. So you'll be able to watch this on one of the platforms that you're watching now. And then also when the Cougar football team comes up to Hardinsburg on the 20th of September, we will be doing that game as well. So if you're a Breck County fan and maybe you don't live in this area but possibly still want to keep up on if you're cheering for that side, we'd like to welcome you in to watch our coverage of those games. So you'll be able to watch the girls soccer game 1 week from tomorrow night, next Thursday. And then when the football teams match up between these two, you'll be able to watch that one as well. So we leave you with that. And of course, Cougar fans, we have all of your football games all season long. And Breckinridge County fans, if you'd like to watch Cougar games, we always welcome you. Even if your team's not playing, we always welcome you to join in with our coverage. So, good crowd, though, here tonight, as most of the lower bowl here is filled on the near side. And the upper bowl is got some patches filled and a good student section as well. So we appear to get ready to go here in the second set. Ella Robinson to serve. Off into the air. Serve received by Breckinridge County. And over, tapped up, Robinson. Off now to Cox. Robinson tapping it over. Duval. Robinson. And it saves in. Some miscommunication by Breckinridge County gives the point here towards the Lady Cougars. And that's how our first set here is going to start. So 1-0. Breck County leads the match overall, but the Lady Cougars lead set number 2, 1-0. Off now, Duval. And Robinson, not sure she necessarily knew what had happened there as she hit it and kind of looked down at her hands like, what'd you do there? I know that I've done that before sometimes, where it's just kind of like where it's just like, what did I do, you know? So, there's another point there towards Breckinridge County, and they've retaken the lead here at 2-1. That one rolls over top of the net. Lady Cougars had one of those in the first set. That time it benefits Breck County. The rally continues. Off now to Cox. Tapped up into the air. Breck keeps it going. Back to the other side we go. Cox up now into the air. Tapping it over, and this is a lengthy rally here. Off, and the shot is long. Tessa Allen with the error, giving the Lady Cougars tying this game back up here at 2-2. In. Kill by Peyton Whitworth. Subs coming in, Willoughby in for Cox. For the Lady Cougars, 3-2. The first set was almost identical to this, back and forth, and Breck County pulled away. And there's going to be an ace for the Lady Tigers as it goes off of Maddie Duvall's hands and goes out of bounds. There's a point for the Lady Cougars. 4-3. Breck continues to lead this match. Bailey Richardson in here to serve this. And an ace or a kill for the Lady Tigers. It was Kendall Miller in there on that one. Substitution here for Breck County. Natalie Henning into the game. Miller will take a seat. So after the kill, she will sit down. Breckinridge County, though, in black jerseys with white numerals. They also have maroon stripes on the shoulders. Lady Cougars in their home white with navy blue numerals. Off into the air. Kill is good and in by Tessa Allen. 6-3, Breck County leads. We'll see if there's anything interesting to bring you score-wise. While our rally comes here, and into the net goes Allen. Point towards the Lady Cougars. In girls soccer, Central Hardin leads E-Town 2-1. That is in the second half of that game. Greenwood defeats Warren East in soccer 7-2. And it looks like we have some soccer doubleheader. Davis County and Owensboro Catholic. Or it's not a doubleheader, it's both games starting at 7 p.m. One game at Catholic, one game at Davis County. So some Owensboro soccer teams matching up here. And that goes in. So I think both teams thought that, both players thought that the other one was going to get it. 8-4. Richardson receives the serve. Sending it back now over is Hart. And a kill is out. It goes just long. Audrey Whitworth, the kill attempt does go long. And Whitworth has got both Whitworths, both Audrey Whitworth and Peyton Whitworth, both have heck of arms. I mean, hitting the ball with a lot of velocity. And the serve by, that was Kenzie Skaggs, goes long. Point towards the Lady Tigers, 9-5. Chloe Cox and point towards the Lady Tigers. So you do say, yeah, it was an illegal hit. Cox didn't necessarily seem to agree with it, but as they say, ball don't lie. As the ball goes right into the net, point towards the Lady Cougars. 10-6. Breck leads here in the second set. We are playing best of 5 here today. Blocked by the Lady Cougars, goes off of their hands and out of bounds. I want to thank our digital productions crew here, though, helping us out tonight. Cody Brock, Chase Blaine, and Anna Davis. So they do a great job every single game, so we want to make sure to thank them. Before I forget, because that could very well happen as Breck County picks up another point, 12-6. So if you're ever at a game and you see them, tell them that they do a great job, because we know we appreciate all of the hard work that they do. So, and now they had their good jobs, and that's it. They get the rest for the night. For the rest of the night. They're standing right next to us up here. Whitworth off of the hands of Hart. Point towards Breck County, and it has now gone to 13-6. And just when I was getting ready to say, I think it might be time for a timeout, Kelly Hall, we must have been on the same wavelength, because it is a timeout by the Lady Cougars. So 13-6 here in the second set. The Lady Cougars trail Breckinridge Counties. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Sam Gormley back here with you from the Cougar Den, as it is Lady Cougar Volleyball here on K105. We appreciate you tuning into tonight's broadcast. We want to remind you that our next Digital Productions game will be on Friday night, as it's the battle for the tobacco stick. The Cougar football team taking on Edmonson County in football. So that'll be here at Cougar Stadium. Our coverage will begin at 6:30. No matter what platform you're watching on right now, that will be what it'll be on, as the hit by Whitworth goes out of bounds here towards the near side. That'll end the little run there by Breck County, 13-7. So if there's something, if you can't make it out to the Cougar Stadium, as it's looking like, I don't have our official meteorologist here with us right now, but when I was looking at it earlier today, it's looking like we're going to have great weather on Friday. And looking like it's going to be maybe a little bit warm, but no chance of rain. So if you're looking to maybe get out and about and see the Cougar football team for the first time in the 2019 season, if you haven't been to a game yet, great weekend to do it. If not, be sure to stay home and watch that game with us here on K105 Digital Productions. Or if you're out in your car, you can always listen to us on K105. That is for only football games. So you can't listen to the soccer or the volleyball games that we do, but you can listen to Cougar football games on K105 and Cougar basketball once that point comes. And I think December 2nd is our first basketball game of the year, when the Lady Cougar basketball team is hosting John Hardin. I think that's right. I think that's our first game of the year. So the boys host McLean County to open their season the next night. Serve goes into the net by Breck County, 15-8. Teams going back and forth here. So it'll be Cox to serve this one here for the Lady Cougars. The return is taken by Thompson. And an error by Tessa Allen goes long. Point towards the Lady Cougars, and they've gotten it down now to within 6. This is where they need to take that next step and go on a nice run here and make this set a little bit closer. And off of Robinson. And at his point towards Breck County. So the officials were talking, and I wasn't sure if there might have been some sort of error there, but it does go point Breck County, 16-9. It's just the way that the officials were looking. It almost looked like it was going to be possibly a point towards the Lady Cougars, but it does go point. Bouncing off of the backboard again, Lady Cougars, so keep it alive. It's the second time that's happened today, and they've been able to keep it going both times. But off of the return, Breck County gets the point, 17-9. It's an 8-point deficit here for the Lady Cougars in the second set. Maddie Duvall will check in. Into the net, keeping it alive, the Lady Cougars, but it goes right into the hand of the officials. Willoughby, nice play, keeping it alive. Over goes, returned by Robinson. Up now to Skaggs, tapping it around and just getting it off. It almost looked like it hit the ground, but into the net goes Tessa Allen. And Mr. McGee and the Cougar showing off some dance moves, celebrating that one. So some good celebration there to celebrate that big point. 18-10 is the score, though. Richardson keeps that one alive. Reaching over the net to grab that is Breck County, tapping it around and point towards the Lady Tigers. So number 12, Jillian Howell will check into the game. I think Avery Allback was the other sub for Breck County. Serve coming. Received by Robinson. Off now, and it's blocked by Henning. And the deficit is now 10 at 20-10. Breck County here in the second set. The Lady Tigers already lead this match here 1-0. Timeout taken by Kelly Hall. So we'll take it with her. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. Sam Gormley here with you as the Lady Cougars trying to fight back here out of the timeout. Down 10 here in the second set. So we appreciate you, though, tuning into tonight's coverage of Lady Cougar Volleyball here on K105. As it's our second game, as, 2 weeks ago, we did the Edmonson County game. So here at home, and maybe we'll be doing one more. Be sure to stay tuned into our Twitter page at K105 Sports to learn more about possibly that. Richardson, Willoughby gives it off to Richardson. Willoughby knocks it over and it goes out of bounds. So Willoughby had a nice save. She gets it off to Richardson. Richardson gives it back to Willoughby, and Willoughby's return over the net goes long. Lady Cougars now find themselves at an 11-point deficit here in the second set. Richardson returns the save. And out of bounds off of Breck County. Point towards the Lady Cougs. Richardson with a dig. Off now to Robinson. Breck County keeps it alive. Into the air. And Duvall attempts the block, but I think she thought she had help right to her right. But Skaggs had dropped back into coverage. And 22-11, an 11-point Lady Cougar deficit here in the second set. Off now Robinson. Blocked, but it goes through the block. Point towards Grayson County. Chloe Cox to sub in. Willoughby to sub out. There's an ace for the Lady Cougars. There's an ace there, Kenzie Skaggs. She came into the game with 43. So I think that is ace number 44. I'm not sure she's had one here so far in the game tonight. Off now Skaggs, trying to get a second straight ace, and it's just long. Good call, though, by the parent who's running down there the flag, and it was the right call. So 23-13. Skaggs out. I'm not sure who that sub in was. Off into the air. Duval dives, and it'll be saved back over by Van Meter, who I believe was that sub into the game. Breck County going back over. Off now and in. Just in on the line. Audrey Whitworth gets it in, and it was real close, but he had the best view out of all of us. So we have ourselves a set point here, 24-13. Lady Cougars have a big mountain to climb here in this second set. Duval off now to Cox. Cox's kill is it tipped? It is not. So that is the end here of this second set. Breck County leads this one 2-0. This is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. Because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org, answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
I am a nurse,
A firefighter,
a college student,
A mother.
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
for every storm.
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Sam Gormley back here with you as we get ready to start here our third set. 2-0, Breck County leads this match. There is the legendary Mr. Spirit McGee. As it doesn't get much better than ever having got conversation with him. As maybe quite possibly the nicest person I think I may have ever met. As he is absolutely just a joy to talk to anytime you do, and I'm not sure that there is a more beloved person in Grayson County than him, and I'm not sure it's even close. You never hear anyone say a foul word about him. So Breck County will start this serve off here in this set. They lead the match 2-0, so the Lady Cougars are going to have to win 3 straight to try and pull off an upset here against the Lady Tigers here tonight. Off into the air and an error. So that's how the Lady Cougars going to get an early point here in this match as Hallie Barr goes into the net. Richardson will check out, and coming in will be a sub here for the Lady Cougars. Into the air. Duval receives. Over by Cox. And they try to find Skaggs, and immediately a sub coming in here for the Lady Cougars. It'll be Lexi Brown in for Maddie Duvall. Serving here for Breck County is Avery Allback. High off tapping. Into the air it goes, and a kill blocked by Robinson. Robinson picks up the block there. She came into the match with 16 on the year. And a student yells behind us, that's a Sports Center top 10 play. Luckily, we might be able to try and nominate it, because we can pull the clip and send it into Sports Center. Tell you what Ella had in the last game that we broadcast. She had one that might have had a legitimate chance. Tapping it up, Cox tries to get it over. And immediately she looks at Coach Kelly Hall, and I think there's some miscommunication happening out on the floor at some times here for the Lady Cougars. And another thing you want to keep in mind here is that the Lady Cougars did play a match last night. It was only 2 sets against Cloverport, but Breck County hasn't played in almost a week. So you get a little bit of the fresh legs off Breck County. Both teams playing again tomorrow night as well. So it's something to keep in mind that neither team really wants to, and especially the Lady Cougars game tomorrow is a district game. This game really, I mean, it means you get the bragging rights, but really means nothing. Tomorrow night at Butler County can mean a whole heck of a lot, especially because I believe Butler County is also 2-0 in the district. So it's the two 2-0 teams battling it out to see who can possibly get the driver's seat to taking the #1 seed at the district tournament. In go the Lady Cougars. Point, Grayson County. District tournament, though, this year, I'm almost certain is hosted here at Grayson County. So we would try to bring you that, but usually the athletic directors do not like us to broadcast visually district tournaments. We're hoping to change that moving forward, but we ran into that with baseball and softball, so if you would like to see us broadcast that, be sure to let your athletic director know that you would like to see it. Maybe you can't be at the games, maybe you're working, maybe you don't even live in this area, but you'd still like to watch the 12th district tournament and watch the Lady Cougar volleyball team. Be sure to let your athletic director know, and we might be able to see what we can work out. But right now, it's not what it's not in our future, and it's not necessarily out of control that we can have. So it's what we ran into with the baseball and softball district tournament, and even the softball tournament was held here. So, subs coming in here, Lady Cougars. Checking in is number 14, Gracie Van Meter. 7-2 though. Breck County leading here in the third set. 2-0, they lead the match overall. High off of the up bar. Robinson sending it back over though. Robinson off now, Cox, and it is going to, it does hit the bar, so points towards the Lady Tigers. And timeout going to be taken here by Kelly Hall. And a little bit of frustration here seen on both sides here. So 8-2, Breck County leads as this is Lady Cougar volleyball right here on K105.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Welcome back here as 8-2 as we come out of the timeout. Kelly Hall trying to just bring some energy to her team here, trying to keep things moving a little bit. As taking a look, still most of the crowd has stayed in. Good student section, and like I said, in fact, the Cougar talking right now with some of those students up here. So we bring it back to action, though. High atop here at the Cougar Den. Lady Cougar volleyball goes off of the hand of Cox, pointing towards Breck County. And right now here at the end of the bench, Kelly Hall and Kenzie Skaggs are talking things over. And on the other end, you have assistant coach Shane Decker trying to keep things coaching up. And an ace for Breck County goes off of the hands of Van Meter. Again, the Lady Cougars will be back in action tomorrow on the road at Butler County. Our next digital productions game will be on Friday as the Cougar volleyball team has a point, another ace there for Breck County, and it is 11-2 here. This set has gone from bad to worse here real quick, as that game is Friday. The battle for the tobacco stick, and a third straight ace there for Breckinridge County. 12-2 is the lead. Maddie Duvall to check in. As it is the battle for the tobacco stick, our coverage will begin at 6:30. You can listen to the Locker Room Show on K105. If you'd like to join us for the visual aspect, you can see that broadcast beginning at 6:30, or you can always come out and watch the game live. Listen to us, our pregame show, as you're making the trip to Cougar Stadium. Listen to the postgame show as well. We'll be able to bring you all of that action. Substitution as Skaggs will check in, Van Meter will check out. Serving here for the Lady Cougars was Cox, and she sends it over. Received by Breck County. Back over by Robinson. And a quick tap over, giving it off into the air. Skaggs tries to split the two Breck County players. Doesn't get the chance, and it is long. Good call there by the official, Whitworth. Sends it just long. 12-4. Cox. And in. Point towards the Lady Cougars and a little run here. 12-5, 3 straight points for the Lady Cougars. And that's been the main issue in this game, is that they've never been able to truly snag momentum, as they've had their chances but have never been able to really take control and get some of the momentum. I think their longest run might be 3. They're going to try and make it 4 here. Here comes a kill attempt, and it's long, so there's 4 straight points to the Lady Cougars. They brought the match to within 6. Like we mentioned, you have to take advantage of the opportunities you get. And a service error by Cox gives Breck County the point back, and Willoughby will check in. Cox will check out. When you look at this Lady Cougar team, though, they do have a lot of juniors, junior role players. Kenzie Skaggs, Ella Robinson, and Chloe Cox. And Bailey Richardson are all juniors on the team. Lexi Brown as well, but they do lose seniors as well. So they're going to try and win that district tournament for the first time in quite a few years. Last year they were district runner-ups. They made that regional tournament for the first time in a few years. Just out of the reach of Richardson, and point to Breck County 14-7. This is a reminder, we are playing best of 5 here today, so Breck County wins this set. That would be our match. Off into the air. Tapping it up. Over and keeping things alive. Off now Duvall. Received by the Lady Tigers. And it does go out. So it's almost like a little curveball on the serve there, as it looked like it was going in but ended up curving out. And it almost looked like to the point where a Lady Cougar player tapped it, the way that it just kind of curved going out of bounds. I'm not sure if, I guess there is a such thing as a curveball on a volleyball. Danny Clark might want to watch out. Saving it. Nice play by the Lady Cougars, keeping this one going, and it is point towards the Lady Cougars, as Breck County reached over the net, and a good call there by the official. Lady Cougars get this one to within 5, trying to keep things going. High. Off, Robinson. Over. I'm not sure that Skaggs necessarily saw that she got that over. Off now to Robinson. The block is off of theirs, so here it comes back over. And a little miscommunication there. Willoughby and Richardson, and immediately they pick one another up, so point towards Breck County. And a sub coming into the game will be Kendall Miller, and then another sub coming in will be Emma Turner. (15-9). And two Lady Cougars run into one another down on the court, and immediately it was Maddie Duvall and Kenzie Skaggs, and Kenzie Skaggs pointed to herself saying, "That was my bad."
Can you please turn your laser pointer on?
So we did have a laser. I thought I saw that somebody was shooting a laser pointer at the Cougar on the opposite side, and it was kind of caught out of the corner of my eye, and I saw that, and the official here on the near side was the one who called that. And Breck County keeps that one alive. Nice volley. They tap this one over the net, and Breck County, and I think the Kelly Hall's wanting them to say that they reached over. She's asking the two officials talk it over, and they say no. And it appears Cougar KM has returned point towards the Lady Cougars. So sub coming in, Chloe Cox in for Willoughby. So Cougar KM has returned here on the sideline, as we've had for a little bit the Grayson County Cougar running some of the cameras. I'm not sure, is that Cougar? That is Cougar Cam right now. You can see his thumbs up. So there he is going selfie mode. So off now. Here comes the serve attempt by the Lady Cougars. Off into the air. And it will be point towards. And I'm not sure what Kendall Miller was thinking. I don't know if she thought she was going to run into the pole down there and decided that it wouldn't be best to run in it and just let it happen, but it ends up going into a point towards Lady Cougars. They've gotten this game now to within 6 a couple of times, haven't been able to get any closer. Needing to take momentum when they have it. Over the net. Robinson, kill, point towards the Lady Cougs as the ball takes off down the hallway. And luckily someone's there to grab it, and nope, it's going to bounce away now even more. Here we come, it will roll now into the net. So we've got selfie mode there by, here's our meteorologist on staff, Cody Brock, and then the Grayson County Cougar as out of bounds off of the serve from Skaggs. Cody's also one of our digital production crew members, so we want to thank him, thank Chase Blaine, and thank Anna Davis for all of their hard work here tonight. There's 2 thank yous for them already in this game. New record. Into the air, and a kill by Peyton Whitworth. And I'm not sure the Lady Cougars really saw that one coming, as Whitworth kind of took that one out of nowhere. Point here towards Breck County. And a service error by Tracy Denson gives the Lady Cougars the point. Again to within 6, trying to get it to within 5 here for the first time. And they will not do it here as the serve goes long by Duvall. (20-13). So we've kind of gone back and forth here out of the past few points. And it'll go point to Breck County, 21-13. So the Lady Cougars here in a little bit of a sense of despair as they are 4 points away from being swept here by the Lady Tigers. Off into the air, tapping it up and saving it. And nice job by the Lady Cougars to save that one against their own bench. Whitworth finds the inline and gets a point. And the lead is now up to 9. 3 straight points here for the Lady Tigers. Tapping it up, keeping it alive. Cox sending it over. Lady Cougars need a point, need one now. And a little trickeration there, and sending it over is Breck County. Kendall Miller looking like she was going to set it back, but instead of setting it back, just set it right over. And the Lady Cougars weren't ready for that one, and the lead is now 10. We're 2 points away here from a match point, or 1 point away from a match point. Point here towards Grayson County. Just want to remind you to tune into In the Know tomorrow morning, as our co-host will be Dennis Cook from First Baptist Church. He's the worship pastor, and Dennis was on last Monday as he likes to call himself, Mike Wazowski. Point off of the Lady Cougars, so point to the Breck County. So if you'd like to be curious and like to know why he calls himself Mike Wazowski, we'll be sure to bring that up with him tomorrow morning. So if you'd like to know the story behind that, tune in the Know tomorrow morning, and you'll be able to listen in as the man who might be running for president, as we say. Here's match point for Breck County. And the Lady Cougars are going to keep it alive. Here it comes off. Tapping into the air. Robinson off now to Cox. And in. Skaggs is going to check into the game. Who will be the one to serve? It looks like they're going to turn to Chloe Cox, the junior who came into this game with 18 service aces, 37 kills, 5 blocks, an assist, and 2 digs. She'll send one over, and Breck County saves it from going out off of themselves. Into the air. Robinson over the net and in. The kill by Ella Robinson. Lady Cougars trying to keep themselves alive. Match point number 3 here coming up. Skaggs over, tapped around here by Breck County. Here comes into the net. Henning puts one right in, and the Lady Cougars have gotten this one to within 7. 24-17, but they still got a long way to go here. Breck County's next point would win. It is match point number 4. Henning over, tapping up, off now to Robinson. Dig by Breck County. Off now into the air, tapping it over. Lady Cougars keep it alive. Back over. Lady Cougars still keeping it alive. Off now to Skaggs. Skaggs back over. Continuing the rally. Kill attempt off. Lady Cougars have one shot. Have another one. Can they get it over the net? They do. What a play by the Lady Cougars. Out of bounds. And it is out of bounds. As the official down here, I think, wasn't necessarily sure at first. As the one of the main officials here thought it was out, but the official at first said it was in, and then I think he realized, oh wait, no, it's out. 24-18. Lady Cougars have scored 5 straight, trying to keep the match alive. And it is out. And we're now to within 5. 24-19, match point number 6 coming up. Here in the third set, Breck County leads this one 2-0 overall. And it is out. The serve goes long. The comeback falls up just short. And Breckinridge County defeats the Lady Cougars here tonight by a final score of 3-0, winning the final set 25-19. We'll come back and wrap things up here after this, as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, as it has been a 3-0 win here for Breckinridge County in straight sets, and it was just a dominating performance here by the Lady Tigers. And it was one of those things, the Lady Cougars, the first time that they truly had any semblance of motivation in the match was in that final set when Breckinridge County had match point, and the Lady Cougars ended up scoring 6 or 7 in a row. But it just proved to be a little too much too late, as that was really the only time throughout the entire match they had any semblance of true momentum in the match, and it just really showed here tonight. But it was a tough match, but this is a good Breckinridge County team, and the Lady Cougars have a much more important game tomorrow night when they will take on Butler County on the road. And I mean, like we were talking, not that this game doesn't mean anything, but tomorrow night means a whole heck of a lot more when you're playing against a district opponent. District seeding means something, and a lot more just takes into effect and everything moving forward. So again, the final score here in straight sets, it was Breckinridge County defeating the Lady Cougars set 1, 25-16, set 2, 25-13, and set 3, 25-19. So a straight set victory there for the Lady Cougars. They fall to 5-3 in the season, while Breck County improves to 10-0. We're not sure whether we'll talk to the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Kelly Hall, as I know she has her team in there. So if she decides to come out and wants to talk, we will give it to her. If not, then we'll come back and wrap things up here a little bit more, as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
At the core of most any farm is a family, and I'm proud to work with my family every day.
It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it, but farming is not just a living, it is a lifestyle.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming.
I think a lot of people are very happy to know that neighbors, people like us, are the ones raising their food.
And we want our neighbors to enjoy the same product that we serve to our family.
Kentucky Farm Families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
Take it from me, quitting tobacco isn't easy. It can take several attempts before you can finally quit for good. So if at first you don't succeed, quit. Quit again. And remember, even though quitting is hard, you don't have to do it alone. Quit Now Kentucky is with you every step of the way. For free help quitting tobacco, text QUIT KY to 797979 or go to quitnowkentucky.org.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, where the Lady Cougars have fallen tonight to Breckinridge County by a score of 3-0 in straight sets here. As we want to take a look at this upcoming schedule for K105 Digital Productions. As first, though, we will look at just upcoming events here for Cougar Sports here. So if you're wanting to make sure you don't miss any of that action, as going on tomorrow, as the Cougar soccer team will be hosting Hart County. That'll be a 5:30 p.m. start time. The Lady Cougar volleyball team will be on the road at Butler County, a 5:30 start time, and the Cougar golf team will be at LaRue County. Those are the boys and the girls. On Friday night, K105 Digital Productions will have the Cougar football game against Edmondson County. Our coverage will start at 6:30 with a locker room show. You can listen live on K105 or watch live on K105.com, K105's YouTube, K105's Facebook, the K105 Sports Periscope, or even you can watch on Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose's Facebook page. So we've got many different ways for you to be able to watch that game. On Saturday, the Cougar soccer team will host Bullitt Central. That'll be a 10 a.m. kick. The Cougar golf team will be at the Louisville Butler Invitational. The Cougar bass fishing team will have a tournament as well. The Cougar cross country team will be at Owensboro. And that is most of the events for the weekend. Our next K105 Digital Productions next week will be Cougar Soccer versus Barron County on Tuesday, Lady Cougar Soccer versus Breckinridge County on Thursday, and the Cougar football team on the road at Fort Campbell. So again, Fort Campbell game, we will be broadcasting that game via K105 Digital Productions. So hopefully we will not have any semblance of technical difficulties, as it's going to an area we've never been to. As I'm not sure that the Cougars have had a game that far south. In fact, Fort Campbell, I do believe that technically that football stadium is in the state of Tennessee. So they have the post office for Fort Campbell is in Kentucky. So that's why it's a Kentucky address, but technically the actual city is in the state of Tennessee. So we'll actually be making a trip to the state of Tennessee, the volunteer state. So we'll be sure to have all of that coverage for you there if you wouldn't like to watch that game. We'll take a break, come back and wrap things up, as this is Lady Cougar Volleyball right here on K105.
Have you ever wished your life came with a handbook? Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what the Grayson County Extension Office is. Your handbook for life. Let the ladies at the Extension Office bring you the most up-to-date information in all areas of your life, like cooking, gardening and canning, financial stability, disease awareness classes, early childhood education, farming, and even 4-H club, just to name a few. But if you can think of it, the Grayson County Extension Office can teach you. A free resource to help you navigate life a little easier.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
At Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield, you'll find the area's largest selection of late model vehicles with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. And with a $500 trade assist on every qualified purchase, a broad network of lenders, low interest rates, Dan Powers GM Center in Litchfield is the best choice for your next vehicle purchase. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they will find it. Plus, the friendly professional service staff is always there to meet your needs. Dan Powers GM Center, 1517 Elizabethtown Road in Litchfield.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier. I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Sam Gormley back here with you from the Cougar Den as the Lady Cougars have fallen tonight by a final score of 3-0 to Breckinridge County. I want to thank you for tuning in. Remember, our next K105 Digital Productions broadcast will be Friday night. The battle for the Tobacco Stick. Cougar football taking on Edmonson County. Coverage will begin at 6:30 with the Locker Room Show. You can listen live on K105 or you can watch live on whatever platform you might be watching on tonight. It will be live for that today. So until Friday night, I want to thank our digital productions crew, Chase Blaine, Cody Brock, and Anna Davis. So for them, until Friday night, this is Sam Gormley saying so long, everyone.